Two guards told a black veteran to leave his son's graduation, until 4 Navy SEALs stood up. "Sir, we are going to have to ask you to leave." The words pierced through the proud hum of the graduation ceremony like a cold gust of wind. All eyes turned toward the tall, broad-shouldered black man seated quietly in the audience, wearing a perfectly pressed Marine dress uniform. His jaw clenched, but he didn't move. Just feet away stood his son, in his own freshly minted Navy uniform, about to be honored. A ripple of confusion and discomfort spread through the room. Why was a decorated Marine being asked to leave this moment? Then, from the back of the room, 4 men stood. Silent, steady, unshaken. They were Navy SEALs. And they weren't going to let this go down. By the end of the day, everyone on base would be talking about what happened. But right then, the only people who didn't understand the storm they'd walked into were the guards. Master Sergeant Elijah Bryant had given over 20 years to his country. 2 decades of deployments, birthdays missed, holidays spent in hostile territory, wounds that never fully healed. But none of that mattered today. Today was his son's day, Adrian's graduation. Elijah had come early, quietly proud, and taken a seat toward the front. He'd ignored the side eyes and the subtle shuffling away. He was used to that. But when 2 guards approached and tried to quietly escort him out, something inside him pushed back. Not today. One guard reached for his arm. Elijah didn't yell. He didn't even raise a hand. But his voice was cold and firm. "Touch me, and you'll regret it." Gasps echoed through the hall. Everyone froze. Then a voice spoke from the back. Calm. Controlled. Powerful. "You might want to rethink that." The 4 SEALs, Adrian's instructors, stepped forward, eyes locked on the guards. One of the guards instinctively reached for his radio. The SEALs didn't move. "Sergeant Bryant has more combat hours than anyone in this room," said the tallest SEAL, his tone sharp and deadly serious. "You sure you want to go through with this?" The silence was thick. Adrian stepped forward, his face burning with anger and hurt. "He's my father." The energy in the room shifted. Murmurs spread like wildfire. The guards looked shaken, unsure. And then, from down the aisle, came a new voice. The base commander. He moved with purpose, expression dark with fury. "Stand down." The guards straightened in place. The SEALs didn't so much as blink. The commander walked straight to Elijah and extended a hand. "Sergeant Bryant, I apologize. This ceremony doesn't begin without you." A wave of applause broke out, tentative at first, then building. But Elijah didn't take the commander's hand. The moment had already been tarnished. The insult couldn't be undone. The assumption that he didn't belong here, that he couldn't possibly be a proud father in the front row, cut deep. He looked at Adrian. And in his son's eyes, he saw the same pain. Then Adrian did something no one expected. He turned, straightened, and gave his father a formal salute. Silence fell. Elijah inhaled sharply. The SEALs stood taller. The commander slowly lowered his hand, his expression shifting. He understood now. This wasn't about chain of command. It was about dignity. When the ceremony finally began, Elijah was seated front and center. The guards were gone. And when Adrian walked across the stage to receive his diploma, those same 4 SEALs made sure the entire room knew exactly who was standing at his side. Because not every battle is fought overseas. Some are fought in quiet rooms, with courage and loyalty. And no one disrespects a Marine's family. Not on their watch. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful short stories that inspire, challenge, and stay with you.